All right, guys, 2K15, let's wrap up all the news from E3. All the confirmed information we know about the game is in this video. We're going to talk about it, kind of get your thoughts. Before I get the video started, guys, the question of the video. If you could get any one superstar that's currently not announced or, wouldn't be a typical guy in the game, maybe it's an NXT superstar like Sami Zayn or Adrian Neville, if they could have one surprise person in the game, who would you want it? Legend, past, present, future, whoever. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, here we go. Let's start off with the things that we've touched on a little bit before and has me really excited because I've seen some people be a little negative on this. First of all, the 30 to 35 hours of new commentary, most of them recorded together. I was setting up at Nodis house because I'm at his house recording before Tony and I go on this trip, Summerfest Extreme 2014, where we road trip camp, do wrestling, all that stuff. You guys can support it in the link in the description. And I was hearing these commentary lines, and it was a demo screen of CM Punk versus The Undertaker. And the line was like, CM Punk hopes to hit a GTS and then an Anaconda Vice. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? No shit, he would like to hit a GTS and an Anaconda Vice. I was like, this commentary is bugging me. And a lot of the times I play with commentary muted when I'm doing live commentaries anyway, so I don't necessarily hear it, or else it's very quiet, so I'm not usually akin to listening to it. But at the same time, with the first couple times I do when I'm getting used to the game, I was a little disappointed in it. And now with the new commentary, it's got me excited, guys. I honestly think them working together is going to provide some realism. Now, at the same point, there are some people being some negative Nancy's and being like, the other games, they recorded 80 and 90 hours of commentary. Why did they only do 25 to 35? And I'm like, really? Any new commentary is welcome. Anything is welcome that improves on the game, guys. It doesn't have to be a huge leap forward. Even if it was just for one mode and they had brand new commentary just to introduce us to it, I'd be fine with that. New is better. Not always, but sometimes. Apparently, Ukes is still working on the game, but this year, actually, more than we thought, Visual Concept is actually doing most of the work instead of Ukes, which is a huge change. And from the models that we've seen, and I'm not going to confirm or deny anything, and I can't show anything, but the new face scanning images look pretty dope. I think the cartoony-ish, I'm very, very excited. I'll just say that for what is coming. 90% of the superstars have been scanned so far. Some of them, whether or not the guys that got released will be in the game, my guess is they will. The guys that got released back in 12 were in 13, or 12 from 11 were in the game. I don't think they're going to pull them at this point. I think they'll keep them in the game. It may seem a little outdated, but really, what are you going to do at that point? We know that the confirmed roster is now Bray Wyatt, John Cena, Hulk Hogan, Cesaro, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Cameron and Naomi, and AJ Lee. So already we're ahead of schedule with the Divas. 3 have been announced. Like, I remember people are always like, where are the Divas? Well, we have 3 already announced. Like, they're keeping it pretty even. They got, like, what, 6 superstars to 3 Divas so far? And the other big thing, they are promising, 2K is promising, a much more polished game. One that will be improved in motion capture. And, WWE actually sends an official ring setter-upper to make sure that everything is by the book when motion captures are being filmed. And that's one of the things that has me most excited, because if that's actually the case, and the new motion technology, especially on the next-gen consoles, and this is something that I want to touch on after this, is in those next-gen consoles, it can prevent the warping, I hope. I hope that by doing that and not being in, just on the pads and everything, it'll make it so the motions are more fluid. They can happen anywhere, and it's not, like, locked in. You don't have to be in a certain place for things to go down, and that's one of the things I'm most excited about. Now, the other thing, 2K15 will feature at least 5 times the animations. Hey, Matt, how you doing? In this live commentary. 5 times as many animations as any previous WWE game. Now, by doing that, if you think last year they added, I think Tubby Will said 100+ animations, they are now adding in, that's at least 700 to 900 new animations. That is absolutely fantastic. It's got me super excited. I'm ready for it. The next thing that I wanted to cover on, and this is going to probably piss some people off a little bit, is it's related to this. Superstars will seem a lot more like life in their movements and facial expressions, but the eco-motion technology, the newer images, are going to be next-gen exclusive only. So Xbox One and PS4 will benefit from the eco-motion, the new stuff. And then different from that will be the Xbox 360 and PS3 will be similar, but they've promised it will be a noticeable upgrade at least versus the console version. So if you're going to want the biggest and the best graphics, the motion, and everything, you're going to want to get the Xbox or the PS4 version. And it is kind of a bummer for people that have the current gen consoles. But if you think at how much they've been limited with the console now, when it comes to the next gen, there's going to be so much more. Hopefully big 8-man tags, things like that. And it'll make it a lot more interesting to watch, be a part of, and hopefully that atmosphere of joining a match. It has the Matt's family scurrying by me so he doesn't interrupt my commentary. It's all right, Matt. I love you, bud. Hopefully it allows, with all the different animations, the different move sets, the different, hopefully no warping in the ring, the new faces, like actually seeing expressions during matches. Like if you get hit with a big move, like the camera would pan over, like, because that's what they're promising. They want a very realistic, more TV presentation style thing. So I could see these camera cuts that are kind of zooming in on them, and if they get hit with a big move, maybe their facial expressions change. Maybe they're like, you can see them in agony. Maybe they sell a little bit more. Instead of selling being just laying dead on the ground, it could be, a selling animation. Like, because if they're motion capturing everything else, why couldn't they motion capture new, animations for selling moves? Like when they're hurt, instead of just laying there flat, not moving and dead, maybe if you worked on the leg, they can kind of be holding the leg a little bit. And those open up possibilities that most people don't even think or dream about or haven't even thought about once, but are the things that I think of, because I would love the game where I can play in kind of like a creative mode and I can keep my guy down to allow this guy to win, or, to get an exciting finish or things like that. So all the information we know the roster: Bray Wyatt, John Cena, Hulk Hogan, Cesaro, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Cameron, Naomi, and AJ Lee. You've got the official ring setter-upper who set up the rings for a much more polished game. Way more animations, literally 5 times the animations. Visual concept is basically running it. Ukes really isn't. Ukes is a part of it, but it's mainly visual concepts. And they're going to have pacing similar to that of a real WWE event, with matches having less of a free-for-all tone. Because they really do, right? You go out there, you kind of feel you're all alone. And honestly, I am so pumped to see any information, to be a part of it, to play something, to get a demo, to see a video, to see a trailer, just to see if it meets my expectations. Because I'll be honest, some next-gen games blew me away, and some next-gen games had me going, like, really? Like, is that where they're going with it? I mean, I was a little disappointed with some of the games. And some of the games I was super excited about, and I thought they killed the next-gen graphics. They utilized things properly, and like NBA, I thought they did a great job. MLB 14 The Show looks great on PS4. The graphics look wonderful. But I think this year, from what it's confirmed, not only are we getting that big graphics upgrade that we expect, that we want, that we need, we're also getting the much-needed animation upgrades that you need in the console game. They need to step it up, and I think they're going to do it. And this is just the first year of the console, a life that'll probably go on 5 to 7 years, guys. It's going to be great. They're going to go out there. They're going to put out a good game. Visual concept 2K, you got me excited, man. Bring the game. Come this fall, October 28th. When I buy this game, get the game, whatever I got to do, I'm going to be covering it. And you're making me excited, guys. So let me know. What's that superstar? NXT, past, present, a legend? Who would you like to see in 2K15? Also, technically somewhat confirmed from some news sources, Sting is the pre-order bonus. So there's that as well. As CM Punk might be in the game. That was the other thing we had to touch on. Wrestling Inc. had a story. Polygon had an interview. And it's like, does that include CM Punk? And the dude paused, thought about it, all this other stuff. Will we see Punk in the video game? More questions, more answers. Is it all the work? We're going to find out, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Check out my Twitch page, twitch.tv/TubbyEmu for live streams, and twitter.com/TubbyEmu. Tony Pizza Guy and myself headed out for the trip. If you want to support it, the link's in the description. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we will see you all later.